Route 45 in Effingham, proud supporters of local sports and this week's NTC tournament.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
Dieterich Bank would like to be the sixth man on your team at tournament time. They'll back you up with game-winning shots, and you'll be in the bonus time after time. Dieterich Bank.
Nieberge Furniture, located at 500 West Fayette Avenue in Effingham. Locally owned and operated since 1978 and proud sponsors of the NTC tournament.
Good luck to the coaches and players during the tourney. From Jeff Spear at RE/MAX Key Advantage. Outstanding agents, outstanding results. Jeff Spear at RE/MAX Key Advantage, 601 West Fayette in Effingham.
Thanks for watching the 81st Annual NTC Tournament exclusively on 97.9 XFM.
Welcome back to the National Trail Conference Tournament as we're getting set for high school basketball quarterfinal action from this NTC tournament, as it's the Dieterich Moving Maroons and the Windsor Stew-Straws Hatchets, as Dieterich comes into this tournament as the 3 seed. Windsor Stew-Straws is the 6 seed. And as Greg mentioned, Dieterich is missing Trenton Poe, the 5'11 senior, has suffered a shoulder injury, and so he's going to be out for the week. And that'll definitely shift things around for the Moving Maroons a little bit. We'll tell you about that with the starting lineup. Right now, Callaway Campton will move into the starting lineup for Dieterich. He's a 6-foot sophomore wearing number 35. He'll be joined out there at the guard spot by Lance Niemer, the 6-foot senior, wears number 32. Nick Feldick will also patrol the perimeter. He's a 6'1 senior wearing number 24. And in the middle, it's Noah Harmon, a 6'7 senior wearing number 40. And Travis Niemer will be in there as well. He's a 6'6 senior, number 50 for Jeff Stacer's Dieterich Moving Maroons. For Cody McCollum's Windsor Stew-Straws Hatchets, who come to this ball game with a 9-8 record on the season, they will start at a guard. Chandler Ballinger, number 5. He's a 5'9.5 senior. He'll handle a lot of the duties from the point guard spot tonight. Also out there will be Josh Overbeck. He's a 5'10 junior wearing number 12. At a forward spot, it's Mitchell Haddock, number 22, a 6'2.5 senior. And at the other forward, it's Tristan Warner, number 24, a 6'2 senior, leading scorer for this Hatchets ball club. And rounding out the lineup, in the middle, it's Teddy Kessler, the 6'3 senior, wears number 44 for Windsor Stew-Straws. Windsor Stew-Straws will be in their road navy blue uniform, trimmed in green and white, while Dieterich will be wearing their white home uniforms trimmed in maroon. We look forward to a great ball game here at the 81st Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. We'll take a break and come back with the tips. You're listening to High School Hoops on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Culver's of Effingham supports all local athletes. Stop in uniform after the games at the NTC tournament for a free One Scoop Sundae.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
The area's #1 website for local news, sports, weather, and more, 979xfm.com.
You're talking about the Hatches uniforms. I like them. They use the green from Stew-Straws, the blue from Windsor, trimmed them in white, and the kids were involved in the process all along the way. That's what's cool. That's the way everybody develops ownership there. That's nice. Nice the way they did that. They're trying to do that in the Beecher City Cowden Herrick move, too. They'd have the kids involved in the process, and it's a pretty good deal.
And if you're not familiar with Windsor and Stew-Straws and you wonder, well, how did they come up with the Hatchets? Well, that's the name that the kids voted on to become the mascot for the combined team. And the reason is because they always played for the Hatchets against each other in the homecoming games, a tradition that had gone back for decades, years.
Stew-Straws always had their homecoming on Thanksgiving Eve, and they gave up the green hatchet, or won the green hatchet, and then they went to Windsor a couple of weeks later and played for the blue hatchet. And they thought, well, hey, we got this hatchet thing. So there you go.
Natural combination there with the schools coming together for their sports programs. And, you know, it's all been a learning experience for first-year head coach Cody McCullum and his two teams kind of coming together now. So it should be a lot of fun as they are looking to make a splash in the NTC tournament. And Dieterich, since joining the conference, has done quite well for themselves, to say the least.
They're doing fine. They won the tournament one year and played for the championship another year, and yeah, they're doing just dandy. Windsor Sioux Straws also tried even in selecting of the coaches to measure each side. Of course, Quinn Bennett's the assistant coach, and he played at Windsor, and Cody McCullum was at Sioux Straws as an assistant last year. Now he's the varsity coach, so they tried to make it as equitable as they could.
Travis Niemer's going to jump it up against Teddy Kessler, and the tip is won by Dieterich, and they bring it up court. Feldick takes it to the left side. He circles it out top to Lance Niemerg, and we're underway as the Hatchets appear to be picking up in some sort of a triangle 2 or a box and 1. We'll see if we can diagnose it.
They're certainly after Feldick, yeah.
Here's a shot from the perimeter by Travis Niemerg as they left him open, and he just decided to shoot it. No good. Rebound taken by Teddy Kessler as Travis missed that shot out top for Dieterich.
2?
Yes, it was a 2. So with 7:30 on the first quarter clock, Warner has it out top to Kessler. They circle it to Ballinger on the right wing. Back out top to Haddock. Loads up for a quick three, in and out. Rebound, Overback tips it, and he'll take it. He went up high for that rebound for the Hatchets as they pull it back out top to Ballinger and reset. Ballinger just standing in the center circle. Now goes to Warner on the left wing. He bounces it out top for Kessler. Kessler looking inside, nothing to it. Finds Haddock at the top of the key. Over to Overbeck. Nice look inside. There's Warner turning around in the lane. He got it to go.
I like them playing him inside like that.
Christian Warner with the first 2 points of the ball game makes it 2-0 in favor of the Hatchets. Dieterich works it to the high post to Travis Niemerg, who hands it off to Feldick. 3 on the way. Got it.
Boy, they have some kids who can shoot the ball, too. Lance Niemerg's really been playing well.
Nick Feldick has his first bucket, gives them the lead. Warner tries to run it up court. Dribble got a little high, and they call him for carrying it. First turnover of the ball game for either club. So the Maroons will bring it up court as it's Callaway Campton on the handle. Gets it across to Feldick. Boy, he was close to that sideline. But they swing it around the perimeter. Now Niemerg has it. That's Lance. Lance puts it on the floor, gets to the free throw line, now circles it down to the baseline. Little runner off the glass, too strong. Rebound Haddock, he's got it on the run. Gets to the timeline where it's knocked loose by Callaway Campton, and it's picked up by Feldick, so the Hatchets have another turnover. Here comes Lance Niemerg to Travis Niemerg, driving in for the hoop. Shot no good, a little too strong underneath. Rebound Warner. He's hustling it up court. Gets to the free throw line. Stops, pops. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Callaway Campton claims it for Dieterich. Sophomore in the starting lineup pushes it up court to Lance Niemerg. Lance sweeps in on the right side. This shot off the glass is good as Niemerg makes it a 5-2 ball game.
He had a plus 30 game the other night for Dieterich, so he's starting to feel it.
Dieterich sets up in a zone. It's a 3-2 across the top. Haddock with it in the right corner. Looks it over. Now fires it back out to Warner. Dangerous pass, but it made it. Now to Ballinger. Ballinger's used up his dribble. Needs someone to come out. Dietrich's not close enough to force a 5. Now they get it in the corner to Overbeck. Overbeck in the left corner. Has it knocked loose, and it's off of his leg. Another turnover for the Hatchets.
Kind of dropped it almost. So 3 quick turnovers here for the Hatchets.
5-2. Dieterich with the ball in the lead. Not quite 3 minutes into the ball game as Lance Niemerg fires it up to Campton. Campton circles it out top to Travis Niemerg. Now to Lance. Jumper for 3. Got it. Lance Niemerg has his 5th point, and it's 8-2 in favor of the Maroons. Ballinger looking over this zone. Gets it to Haddock on the left side. Haddock needs some help. Gets it back to Ballinger. He takes it down to the right wing. Now he's used up his dribble. Finds Warner in the right corner. Warner skips it back out top to Ballinger. Ballinger in the lane. Out to Warner. 3 on the way from the right side. Left it short. Rebound comes out long, and Campton's got it on the run. Circles it to the left side. Gets it back in the left corner. Loads up for 3. Shot a little strong. Rebound Ballinger. Ballinger quick outlet ahead to Warner. Driving for the layup, and he got it. Christian Warner with 4 makes it 8-4 with 4:14 to play in the first.
Each of the 5 starters for Windsor's Stew Straws has a rebound. That's odd.
Callaway Campton with it on the right side finds Nick Feldick out top. Now over to Harmon. Harmon on the right wing sends it out top to Niemerg. Travis finds Callaway Campton. Now inside, Harmon hooks up a little hook shot. No good. Rebound tipped around, kept alive by Niemerg. Finally, Harmon claims it, puts up a little jumper. It's no good. Rebound snatched by Ballinger. The point guard hustles it up court, gets into the lane, kicks it out on the side to Overbeck. Overbeck on the right wing, bounces it out to Ballinger. And the Windsor Stew Straws Hatchets will calm things down. Now they get it in the left corner. 3 on the way from Warner, no good. Rebound, Nick Feldick. He brings it up to Lance Niemerg, spots the lane to the basket, cut off by Overbeck, circles around, gets into the paint again, leaves it in the corner with Campton for 3. Shot no good, rebounds loose, and it's off of Warner. It'll stay with Dieterich.
Change here for the Hatchets. They bring Nick Hutchinson in. He's played a lot. He's kind of like a 6th starter. Haddock sits down.
So Travis Niemerg will trigger the inbounds from under his team's basket. They get it in the corner to Campton. Now to Lance Niemerg. To Travis inside, who kicks it right back out to Harmon. Harmon to Lance Niemerg in the corner to Campton. 3 on the way, off the mark. Rebound loose, still loose. Finally claimed by Windsor Stew Straws at the timeline. Ahead to Overbeck, back out to Warner. Fakes the 3, goes right back to Overbeck. Little jumper on the baseline, no good. And Noah Harmon snags the Dieterich rebound. So 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. It's Dieterich 8, Windsor Stew Straws 4 as Dieterich sets the offense. Lance Niemerg gets it across to Harmon. Harmon out top to Travis Niemerg. Long 2, off the mark. Campton, though, with great rebounding position, scoops the shot up and in.
Nice work. He'd missed 3 threes. Nice putback there.
Callaway Campton's first points makes it 10-4, a 6-point advantage again for Dieterich. Inside, they go to Teddy Kessler, working hard, puts up a shot. It's blocked by Harmon and taken by Travis Niemerg. Ahead to Lance. Lance brings it up the right side. Works in for a shot. Blocking foul on the floor.
Probably Kessler.
Shot went in, but they say it was after the foul.
No, I wasn't even close. Overbeck got the foul. First on either ball club.
2:19 to play in the first quarter. Substitution for the Maroons. Thad Howell, 6'2 senior, replaces Noah Harmon for Dieterich. Feldick looking to trigger the inbound, gets it to Campton on the wing. Campton looks inside to Niemerg. Travis right back to Campton in the right corner. Now high post to Howell. They skip it left side to Travis Niemerg. Skip it right back to Campton for another 3. This one's short. Rebound, Travis Niemerg inside. Gets it stripped as he makes a move, and it's loose on the floor. Ball is going to end up in a jump as they go to the floor for it. Ballinger and Overbeck were there, and tying them up, I believe, was Feldick.
So that eventually is Dieterich's first turnover in the quarter.
Here's a substitution for Windsor Stew Straws. Checking in is Isaac Kramer, 6'1.5" sophomore, replaces Ted Kessler for Cody Rinker's Hatchets. Now we've got a 2-3 look to a zone for the Maroons as Ballinger gets it across the timeline to Overbeck. Baseline, leaves it inside. Nice look across to Warner. The Warner shot is blocked by Niemerg. Taken down by Niemerg was the rebound, and here comes the Maroons.
Yeah, Lance the block, Travis the rebound.
They push it up court. 3 on the way is good. Into the ball game was Ryan Radloff, and he knocked down the 3, leading to a timeout taken by Windsor Stew Straws. 30-second break with 1:36 to play in the first. It's Dieterich 13, Windsor Stew Straws 4. High school basketball on 97.9 XFM.
Sarah Bush Lincoln is providing greater access to care with 5 new family medicine doctors in the community and 2 walk-in clinics in Mattoon and Charleston to take care of your urgent medical needs when your doctor's not available.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com.
I mentioned earlier that Ron Reed was here, the Effingham Hearts coach. Of course, he's got a lot of interest in this game. Jeff Stacer, the Dieterich coach, used to coach on Ron's staff. Cody McCullum played for Ron Reed. So a little bit of tie-ins everywhere.
Full court press, and Dieterich gets his knock away. as Lance Niemerg tries to fire it up court. The pass is batted out of bounds by Hutchinson, but it'll stay with the moving Maroons after a substitution here.
Yeah, Hutchinson sat down. Haddock's back in for the Hatchets.
So it's a minute 23 to play in the first quarter. Radloff will set things up for the moving Maroons. Gets it on the side to Howell. Howell looks out top for Radloff. Radloff swings it over to Feldick. Feldick looks for the cutter inside. Nothing there. Goes to Travis Niemerg. Jumper from 15 is missed. Rebound fought for, and we've got a foul going up over the back. It was Dieterich.
Out of bounds to the Hatchets. Fouls called on Howell. First foul on Dieterich.
Been a fairly clean game so far with a minute left to play in the first quarter.
One foul apiece.
Dieterich leading 13-4. Haddock has it in backcourt. Now fires it up ahead to Overbeck on the right side. Double teamed. Takes it down to the corner. Gets away from one man. Tries to throw it in the lane. Nobody there to get it except moving Maroons. Pushing it up court is Lance Niemerg. He drives in. Shot no good because he's fouled, and he'll head to the line for a couple. Fifth turnover for Windsor Stew-Straws leads to a free throw opportunity for the senior from Dieterich.
Chandler Ballinger got called for the foul for the Hatchets. His first, their second.
First free throw is on the way. It rattles home for Lance. He has 6 in the ball game. Makes it 14-4. The 10-point lead is the biggest of the ball game for the moving Maroons.
Hutchinson's back. Warner sat down for Windsor Stew-Straws.
Next free throw is good again. So Niemerg with 7 makes it 15-4. Hatchets needing some points. Haven't scored in a while. Ballinger crosses the timeline. Leaves the baseline with Overbeck. Overbeck looking inside. Used up his dribble. Has to flip it out top to Ballinger. Ballinger works it down in the corner to Haddock. Catches, releases the 3. Left it short, and the rebound bounces up over the backboard, so it'll belong to Dieterich.
Somebody came flashing at him about the time he let that shot go, and so he put an LL extra arch. I think that's why it ended up just hitting the rim instead of going in the cylinder.
So Lance Niemerg will bring it up court. Finds Ryan Radloff on the right wing. Gets it out top to Howell. Howell to Lance Niemerg on the left side. Back out top to Radloff. Over to Feldick. Fakes the 3. Ballinger right there with him, so he goes out top to Travis Niemerg. Down to Lance Niemerg. Drives to the left baseline. Kicks it out to Feldick for 3. Shot no good with 6/10 of a second left. Haddock grabs the rebound, and the quarter comes to a close. After 1, it's the Dieterich moving Maroons 15. The Windsor Stew-Straws Hatchets 4. You're listening to high school basketball on 97.9 XFM.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today. Let our experienced employees at Ride Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Ride's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Sarah Bush Lincoln is providing greater access to care with 5 new family medicine doctors in the community and 2 walk-in clinics in Mattoon and Charleston to take care of your urgent medical needs when your doctor's not available.
Your home for the 81st Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Second quarter getting ready to get underway. Windsor Stew-Straws is trailing Dieterich here at the second quarter, and it'll be Dieterich ball. They lead 15-4.
5 out of 17 Dieterich in that first quarter. Windsor Stew-Straws 2 out of 10. I'm not sure you want to hear more. Let's get back to play-by-play.
Hatchets opened up in the zone defensively. Dieterich's working it around the perimeter. They've got it in the hands of Feldick in the corner. They tried to go inside. Ball knocked away from Howell, picked up by Overbeck. The Windsor Stew-Straws gets it ahead to Hutchison. He has the ball stripped, and Dieterich eventually comes away with it. Lance Niemerg ahead to Travis Niemerg. Layup good.
He knows what to do with it when he's up above the rim.
17-4 in favor of Dieterich now. Quickly pushing it up court is Windsor Stew-Straws. They get a long 2 on the way from Hutchison. It's no good. Rebound tied up in a jump. It'll stay with the Hatchets under their basket.
Yeah, Dieterich hasn't shot very well. but they have shot enough. They've hit 3 threes, and that's really helping them. So far, Windsor's 2 straws, 0 made threes.
Haddock will step out of the lineup. Tristan Warner returns for the Hatchets as Hutchinson will trigger it in from underneath the basket. Looking, has to send the top of the key to Ballinger. Ballinger gets into the corner to Hutchinson, drives the left side, spins it across to Warner. Warner leans into the lane, puts up a runner, missed it, got his own rebound, puts that one up. It's no good. This rebound's taken down by Lance Niemerg, and Dieterich is running again. Lance pushes it ahead to Radloff. His 3 from the wing, no good. Rebound Warner, and we're running the other way. Dieterich back defensively, so Warner slows things down and waits for some help. Now it looks in the lane, finds Kramer. Isaac Kramer gets it out of trouble to Ballinger, over to Overbeck. Corner 3, no good. Rebound again, Lance Niemerg, and again he's on the run. Pushes it up the right side, draws a double team, gets it out to Radloff for 3, no good, and Warner grabs the rebound. He trots it up court. Gets to the top of the key. Tried to go to Kramer. Pass was off the mark. Stolen away by Howell. Maroons push it up court. Radloff into Niemerg. Travis' shot's no good. And a fight for the rebound turns into a Dieterich foul after Windsor's 2 straws just turned it over for the second time. Dieterich got a shot, but on the fight for the boards, personal foul whistle.
Mike Krager says that's on Thad Howell, and that's 2 fouls. Dieterich has 2 fouls, and Howell has them both.
So now he'll step out as Noah Harmon replaces him. Also, Radloff has a seat, and Callaway's back for the Dieterich Moving Maroons. But Callaway Campton back onto the court as they try to beat the pressure. Isaac Kramer has a bounce off his shoulder, but fortunately Overbeck was there to pick it up at the free throw line. Windsor's 2 straws gets it back out top to Ballinger. Ballinger goes high post to Kramer, tries to get it across to Overbeck. Pass is knocked loose. It's on the floor. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors Dieterich this time.
So the ball gets loose. That's Hatchet's 3rd turnover. They've turned it over 8 times already tonight. That's been a real problem.
So Tristan Warner comes back into the lineup. Isaac Kramer will have a seat. So it looks like we're close to the starting 5 out there, with the exception of Hutchinson in for Haddock for Windsor's 2 straws. Dieterich looks inside. Noah Harmon's scoop shot off the glass is good. Boy, they just went to the wing and threw it right inside, and he got the bucket off the glass. Windsor's 2 straws works it ahead to Overbeck, to Hutchinson, back to Overbeck in the right corner. Now baseline to Kessler. Kessler fakes a shot, puts up a shot. It's no good because he got bumped, and Ted Kessler will head to the line for a couple.
Nice work of initiating the offense. He drew the foul. He said if the shot goes in, great, but he does get 2 at the line here. This is not on Thad Howell. This is on Noah Harmon. That's his 1st and the 3rd on the Moving Maroons.
Kessler's free throw on the way, nothing but net. The 6'3" senior has his first point, makes it 19-5 with 5:36 to play in the second quarter.
Tristan Warner has the other 4 points for the Hatchets.
That breaks a long scoring drought for Windsor's 2 straws. This free throw is off the mark. Rebound Feldick, outlet to Callaway Campton. He brings it up the left side, looks in the corner to Lance Niemerg, inside to Harmon. Hook shot up, no good. Kessler with the rebound. Outlet to Ballinger. Ballinger runs it up the center of the court. Now fires it over on the left side to Warner. Back out to Ballinger. Ballinger behind the back dribble, gets into the lane. Nice pass underneath to Kessler, and Ted Kessler sticks it up and in.
Give Ballinger the assist. Nice shot. Nice pass.
19-7 the score. 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Dieterich with the ball and the lead as Harmon holds it out on the right side. Gets the top of the key to Travis Niemerg, to Feldick on the left wing. Now they go to Lance Niemerg. 3 at the top of the key. Good.
Boy, he didn't have much room to get that shot away either. Windsor's 2 straws playing good defense. That's a heck of an effort.
Lance Niemerg in double figures already with 10, with 4:44 to play in the second quarter. It's 22-7. Dieterich with the lead. Windsor's 2 straws trying to cut into it. Warner works into the paint. Now his pass is knocked loose and taken away by Campton. He's bringing it up court. Finds Feldick on the wing. Pass to Niemerg. Lance's 3 is short. Rebound, though, Harmon. Out to Feldick. He'll fire a 3. That one's good. So Nick Feldick with 6, and we've got another timeout taken by Windsor's 2 straws. With 4:21 to play in the second quarter, it's a 60-second break. We'll take one as well. It's Dieterich 25, Windsor's 2 straws 7. High school basketball from the NTC tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament. Stevens Industries, in business for 55 years and an employee-owned company, has produced a winning team and has job opportunities available from production office to the manufacturing floor.
Wet Pools and Spas in Effingham, where you'll find top-of-the-line spas and above and in-ground pools at affordable prices.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more.
Stevens Industries, in business for 55 years and an employee-owned company, has produced a winning team and has job opportunities available from production office to the manufacturing floor.
Wayne tells us, streams back up, rocking and rolling. Doing great. Thanks to everybody for nice comments.
Windsor Sioux-Strong took the timeout. They find themselves down 25-7. They're trying to get the ball inside. Pass was kicked out of bounds by Travis Niemerg, so it'll be the Hatchets' ball under their basket.
I never expected this. 25-7. Holy cow.
Tyler Higgs, a 6'1 sophomore, into the ball game for Dieterich as they play defense on the inbounds. As it was passed out top to Warner. He tried to drive in, lost it, gets it back, puts the shot off the glass, and it's good.
When they needed a basket bad.
So Tristan Warner has 6, and it's 25-9 halfway through this second period of action. Campton holding it on the left side. Circles it out top. Now he gets it to Travis Niemerg on the right wing. Niemerg out top to Higgs. Over to Campton. Campton on the left side. Gets it to Feldick. Now right wing, they go to Higgs. Back top of the key, Campton fakes a three. Gets it to Lance Niemerg, who will drive the baseline. Gets underneath, reverse layup, good.
Wow, what a pretty move. If you go the other side and they don't keep up, you got a layup, and that's what happened with Lance Niemerg.
He has 12, and it's back to an 18-point lead, the largest of the night, once again for Dieterich. In the lane, Kessler fell down, but he shuffled it off to a teammate. Now they get it to Hutchinson, who drives in, double team, stripped of the ball. Niemerg with the steal, and as he started to go up court, he got shouldered.
Hutchinson trying to get the ball back, or a little frustration. Anyway, it's a foul. Nick Hutchinson's first. 3 on the Hatchets.
Haddock comes back into the ball game for Windsor Sioux-Strong. He replaces Overbeck. Also in the ball game for Dieterich is Ryan Radloff. He returns to replace Higgs. Dieterich brings the ball up court. Travis Niemerg holding it out high on the right side. Gets it to Radloff. Now left wing Lance Niemerg. And as they tried to go inside, there apparently was a little illegal pick or something whistled against Dieterich.
So a turnover on the Maroons. 2-4. Is that the indication?
I believe so.
Nick Feldick's first foul. That's 4 on the Maroons. And just their, I don't know if I marked it down or not, that's just their third turnover in the game.
27-9 here in the second quarter as Windsor Sioux-Strong gets it across the timeline. Hutchison is double teamed, but he gets it out of trouble. They find Haddock in the right corner. He's picked up his dribble now, needs some help. Looking, ball knocked loose. Another steal for Dieterich. They fire it ahead to Radloff. He leaves it to the cutter. That's Lance Niemerg. He sticks it up and in. What a pretty pass. Taking advantage of the 6th turnover. Now make it 7 as there's another steal by Dieterich. Radloff ahead to Feldick. Scoop layup, no good as there was some contact, but no call. And Ballinger grabs the board. Ballinger rushes it into the lane, kicks it out to Warner. Left corner 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, Travis Niemerg. 2:07 to play, and here comes Dieterich pushing it again. Feldick looks inside, now skips it across to Lance Niemerg. He'll drive inside, layup good, and he's fouled.
What a great job of decelerating so he didn't run over anybody, but kept enough on the shot to get it to go and drew the foul. That was really a pretty move.
Boy, Lance Niemerg is having a heck of a first half here as he has 14, looking to get 15 at the free throw line.
Mitchell Haddock on the foul. Hatchets have 4 now this half.
Harmon will come into the ball game to replace Callaway Campton. Meanwhile, Windsor Sioux-Strong sat down Warner, Haddock, and I believe Kessler. They brought in 3 new players. One of them is Christian Kessler, number 11.
Kramer's back, and
they're out there with Ballinger Also, new player on the court is Teese. Meanwhile, the free throw was good. Here's push ahead to Christian Kessler in the right corner. His pass is tipped and taken away.
8 turnovers this quarter.
Lance Niemerg looks ahead for Radloff. His layup left it short. Rebound, though. Harmon put back is good. So Harmon with 4 makes it 34-9 with a minute and a half to play here in the first half. Teese goes high post to Kramer. Back out top to Ballinger. Ballinger. Teese over to Hutchison. Corner 3. Left it strong. Rebound still being contested. Finally Feldick grabs it for Dieterich. He hustles it up court. Looks on the wing for Niemerg. He drives in. Shot was blocked from behind by Ballinger. What a great recovery by the little point guard, Chandler Ballinger, to knock that shot away from Lance Niemerg.
Niemerg already has 8 in the quarter. Somebody finally found a way to slow him down.
Now Ballinger will get a breather as Josh Overbeck comes in to replace him. Meanwhile, Feldick triggers the inbounds out to Radloff. Top of the key, Niemerg over to Feldick. 3 on the way, and an out, no good. Christian Kessler with a good box out, grabs the rebound. Hands it off to Teese, who gets it ahead to Hutchison. Back to Teese. He's working on the right side with Overbeck, who has it now in the corner. Fires it back out top to Chase Teese. Over to Nick Hutchinson. Back to Teese. Back to Hutchinson. Left wing 3. Got it. Big bucket for Nick Hutchinson, and Windsor Sioux Straws makes it 34-12 with 35 seconds to play in the second quarter.
Get a stop here. Maybe you got a little sign of life here heading into the second half.
There's an entry pass inside to Travis Niemerg. It's knocked loose because he's fouled, and it'll be Dieterich ball under their basket on that personal.
Kramer and Travis Niemerg ended up in the scrum, and the foul's on Kramer. Isaac's first, still just 5 on the Hatchets. Nobody has many fouls.
Feldick will trigger the inbounds from underneath. Gets it to Lance Niemerg. Inside to Harmon. Knocked loose and taken away from behind by Kramer. Tries to lead Teese a little too far, but Teese tracks it down in the corner. Now circles it out to Hutchinson. Hutchinson moves to the free throw line. Now over to the right wing. Behind the back dribble. Gets it in the corner to Kessler. Back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson with 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Circles it to Teese. Teese's pass is off of Feldick. It'll go out of bounds in backcourt at the Windsor Sioux Straws bench with 5.8 seconds to play in the half. Hutchison will look to trigger the inbound. Gets it in backcourt to Teese. 4 seconds. Teese pushes it up court to Overbeck. Long 3, left it little short as the half comes to a close. He was way out on the Altamont on the sideline there in the gymnasium.
Still got it to the rim.
Still just left it short, but an impressive first half for the Dieterich Moving Maroons as they lead 34-12 at halftime. You're listening to the NTC tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Russ Broniker, Cadillac, Buick GMC, located on South Route 45 in Effingham. Proud supporters of local sports and this week's NTC tournament.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
Dieterich Bank would like to be the 6th man on your team at tournament time. They'll back you up with game-winning shots, and you'll be in the bonus time after time. Dieterich Bank. Live for today, bank for tomorrow.
Nieberge Furniture, located at 500 West Fayette Avenue in Effingham. Locally owned and operated since 1978 and proud sponsors of the NTC tournament.
Good luck to the coaches and players during the tourney. From Jeff Spear at RE/MAX Key Advantage. Outstanding agents, outstanding results. Jeff Spear at RE/MAX Key Advantage, 601 West Fayette in Effingham.
Thanks for watching the 81st Annual NTC Tournament exclusively on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the...
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel at 347-9697.
The Altamont dance team is entertaining the crowd here at halftime, where Dieterich leads over Windsor Sioux Straws 34-12 in this 3-6 matchup. The winner of this ball game will take on St. Anthony Friday night in the semifinals, while the loser will take on Beecher City Cowden Herrick in the consolation semifinals on Friday night, with that tip-off scheduled to be at 6:15, and then the St. Anthony and the winner of this ball game will play after that. So that's how it sets up for Friday night as these two teams are trying to get into the semifinals. And right now, Dieterich's in control, 34-12. Going to double check with Greg on my numbers. I think I'm missing a couple of points as we go through this. For Dieterich in particular, Dieterich had quarters of 15 and 19 for their total of 34 here at half. Nick Seldick has 6 points at half. Lance Niemerg with 15. Travis Niemerg with 2. Noah Harmon's added 4. Callaway Campton with 2. And Ryan Radloff with 3 points, according to my numbers.
That's what I have.
I found Callaway Campton's 2 points just a second ago, so that's where I thought I was missing something. What's that saying? I thought I made a mistake, but I was wrong?
Yeah, that's it.
Meanwhile, Windsor Stew Straws had quarters of 4 and 8 for their total of 12 here in the first half, as Tristan Warner leads them with 6 points, then 3 points apiece for Teddy Kessler and Nick Hutchinson, and that's all of the scoring for the Hatchets here at halftime. Greg's working on some halftime numbers. We'll also get you some more information from the NTC tournament right here on 97.9 XFM.
How would you like to go traveling with Crossroads Bank? They're now taking reservations for trips in the spring. Travel to New Orleans, May 2nd through 6th. Tour all the sights of the South with the New Orleans City Tour, cemeteries, French Quarter, Bourbon Street, World War II Museum, Oak Alley Plantation, or you can travel to Iowa's Tulip Festival, May 5th through 7th. Take in gardens of beautiful tulips, food, parades, Dutch dancing, limited seats. You must book now to hold your reservation. Call Crossroads Bank at 347-7751, member FDIC.
When a coach understands the player's strengths, developing a winning strategy is easy. That's also true with State Farm agent Tom Henderson. He knows your insurance and financial situation isn't exactly like anyone else's. But like a great coach, he helps you create a strategy to meet your individual needs. See State Farm agent Tom Henderson at 122 East Section in Effingham.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When I shop at Martin's IGA Plus in Effingham, I get more than just groceries. I get attention. Sure, the people in produce keep the fruits and vegetables fresh, and the people in the deli keep up with all the different orders. The people in the bakery are friendly and fast, and those in the meat department are always helpful. But what really impresses me is they understand what their most important job is, helping the customer, me. Martin's IGA Plus, where shopping is a pleasure.
We're back at Altamont at the National Trail Conference Tournament at the half of our nightcap of our doubleheader. It's Dieterich 34, Windsor Stew Straws 12. Oh, Hey Baby from the Altamont band there. Neither team shooting really well, but Dieterich has the big lead because they're shooting better. Maroons are at 36% at halftime, 12 out of 33. 5 out of 17 in the first quarter, 7 out of 16 in the second quarter. So there's two schools of thought. They're shooting enough that the percentage isn't that big a deal. They're still scoring points. The other one is percentage isn't very high. I think they'll take the first rather than the latter. So 12 out of 33 for 36%. Not many fouls, so not many foul shots. Dieterich's 3 for 3 at halftime from the line. So they're perfect. 4 turnovers, that's a good number. 3 in the second quarter. And 15 rebounds, 7 in the second quarter. And they're 5 of 14 on threes, and that's right about 30%. Windsor Stew Straws, a rough go. And 5 out of 20 in that first half. That's 25%. 2 for 10 in the first quarter, 3 for 10 in the second quarter. They've only shot 2 foul shots and made 1 of those. So only 5 foul shots between the two teams in the first half. 13 turnovers, a real problem for Windsor Stew Straws, and 8 in the second quarter. They had 14 rebounds, so they're hanging right with Dieterich on the boards. 15-14 Dieterich edge. Windsor Stew Straws 1 for 10 on threes. So a rough go shooting the basketball in that first half for the Hatchets. As far as the individual stats, for Windsor Stew Straws, Tristan Warner's 3 for 10, so he has 6 points and 4 rebounds. Josh Overbeck is 0 for 3 from the field, but he has a foul and a rebound. Mitchell Haddock is 0 for 2 from the field with a foul and 2 rebounds. Chandler Ballinger hasn't shot the ball, has 3 rebounds and a foul. Teddy Kessler's 1 for 2 from the field and 1 for 2 from the line for 3 points. He has a couple of rebounds. Nick Hutchinson hit a 3. He also has a rebound. Isaac Kramer, no stats. And Christian Kessler has a rebound. 4 and 8 for Windsor Stu Straws is 12 points here at halftime. For Dieterich, Nick Feldix 2 for 5 from the field. The 2 he made were both threes, so he has 6 points with a foul and 3 rebounds. Lance Niemer, great half, 5 of 8 from the field, and 2 of those were threes, plus he's 3 for 3 from the line. So that all adds up to 15 points for him. No fouls and 2 rebounds. Travis Niemer 1 for 6 from the field for his 2 points, but he does have 4 rebounds. Noah Harmon 2 for 5 from the field for his 4 points with a foul and 4 rebounds. Callaway Campton's 1 for 5 from the field. He missed 4 threes, but he made a 2, so he has 2 points and 2 boards. Thad Howell a couple of quick fouls. Ryan Radloff hit a 3 and 4 try, so he has 3 points. Tyler Higgs played as well in that first half for Dieterich. Maroons quarters 15 and 19 for their 34 points. For Windsor Stu Straws, I think I already gave those, didn't I? So I'm repeating myself. So 15 and 19 for Dietrich's 34 points. They're in front of Windsor Stu Straws 34-12. Matt, there's a rumor we have more games tomorrow night. We have more games tomorrow night. Tomorrow night it'll be the Tuesday losers and then the Tuesday winners. It starts at 6:15 tomorrow night as Neoga plays St. Elmo Brownstown. The nightcap tomorrow night, Altamont and South Central. So those are 2 tomorrow night on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com. Thanks to everybody that's listening on the radio. I sometimes forget to thank everybody that's listening on the radio when we get talking about everybody that's watching the video stream or the audio stream. But we're real glad for everybody listening on the radio, too. And thanks again to Wayne and all his team who are working to bring the pictures your way wherever you are in the free world or wherever you are.
Hopefully you're in the free world.
Yeah, living in the free world. And rocking in the free world, maybe. Wayne is over there just checking and texting and giving advice and getting input, and he has a bunch of students from Altamont who stepped up and said, yeah, we'll help on various nights. So that's kind of cool that they're helping out. That helps Wayne. And, of course, Austin stepped up, did a good job last night helping as well. We'll have more basketball Friday night. Remember, the losers of these games tonight play in the first game Friday. Winners of these 2 games tonight play in the second game Friday. And then it's 4 on Saturday. And remember, the way it works is it's the first game Thursday loser and the first game Friday loser at 11:30 Saturday. Then it's the consolation championship about 1, the third place game at 2:30. And then everybody gets all excited, and we have a big old house here at 7:30 Saturday night for the championship.
Atmosphere is always great throughout the week, but the championship game just takes it to another level, and we expect that to be the same no matter who makes it there.
You bet.
Windsor Stu Straws ball to start the second half of action. They work it down to Christian Kessler, who gets to start in the second half, who flips it out to Teese. Jumper for Chase Teese is good. And it's 34-14 with 7:44 to play in the third quarter.
Well, if you're going to come back, you got to start like that. And Hatchett's got one down first trip.
Here's Callaway Campton off a screen, stops and pops, little 10-footer no good. Rebound taken down by Isaac Kramer. He clears the board to Nick Hutchinson. Hutchinson hustles it up court. Now slows things down, works at the teeth, bounces it over to Overbeck. Overbeck in the corner wanted to go up top for Kramer. Ball was knocked loose. It hits several hands before it goes out of bounds off of the Hatchet.
Dietrich knocked it loose, and then the Hatchet player tried to save it, and that ended up it going out of bounds. You know, we got to keep this going.
Yeah.
Alan Witt brought us another pork burger here. I love baseball anyway, but there's just one more reason.
Dietrich working it around the perimeter. 3 on the way from Lance Niemerg. Left it a little short. Rebounds loose. And finally claimed by number 11. That would be Christian Kessler.
I say that because, of course, the Altamont baseball team is the one selling the pork burgers here at the tournament. So if you're coming over, keep that in mind.
Windsor Stu Straws working the offense around the perimeter against this 3-2 zone. They try to go inside again. It's knocked loose by, this time, Niemerg. Travis knocked it away, and it was picked up by Callaway Campton.
Dietrich has great hands. They just affect your whole offense.
Long 2 put up by Travis Niemerg just inside the arc at the top of the key is no good. Rebound taken down by the Hatchets. They try to push it up court, but Lance Niemerg knocks the ball out of bounds. So 6.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here's a substitution as Christian Kessler will get a seat, and returning to the lineup is Chandler Ballinger. Hutchinson flips it out top to Teese. Chase gets it to Ballinger. Ballinger back to Teese. They're just playing catch across the top. Now Ballinger has it, moves to the top of the key, leaves it with Teese. In the corner to Hutchinson, saw the double team coming, got rid of it quickly, back out top. Now they swing it around the perimeter. Overbeck drives baseline, is cut off by Travis Niemerg, needs some help. Kramer to the rescue, pulls up for a 15-footer. It was affected by Travis Niemerg, and the rebound's taken by Noah Harmon. Ahead to Lance Niemerg. Lance, top of the key, swings it out to Callaway Campton. They wanted to go inside to Harmon, pass right through his hand, taken away by Kramer. Dietrich's first turnover of the quarter. Hutchinson brings it up court, gets to the free throw line, leaves it with Ballinger, who tried to knife in, and it's knocked loose. Again, third turnover for Windsor Stu Straws as Feldick fires it ahead to Campton. Campton in the corner. Gets it back out to Travis Niemerg. Now over to Lance. Lance moves into the lane, and as he moved in, a foul was called. We'll have to sort it out as a couple of hatchets were there.
Probably Kramer, but let's see. Yeah, Kramer got the block. His second, first on the hatchets in the half.
So Radloff will come into the ball game for Lance Niemerg for Dietrich. Having a seat is Nick Hutchinson for Windsor Stu Straws.
Lance Niemerg limping a little as he went off the floor.
Tristan Warner comes back into the ball game for Windsor Stu Straws. Radloff takes the inbounds. Wing three, left it short. Rebound on Callaway Campton. His hook shot in the lane, no good. This rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the moving Maroons.
Not a lot of scoring to start this third quarter.
Windsor,
just 2 points.
Just 2 points. Windsor Stu Straws walks it up court. Ballinger has the honors. Brings it to the volleyball spike line. Now circles it to the top of the key. Gets it out to Teese to Warner on the right side. Warner back out top to Teese. Chase fires it across to Chandler Ballinger. He's at the top of the key now. Picked up his dribble. Looks high post to Kramer. Tried to get it over on the wing. Don't know if it was intended for Warner or Teese. They were both in the line of fire, and it hits off of Warner out of bounds for the fourth turnover for the Hatchets.
17 in the game, man. That'll mess up your opportunities to score.
Radloff with it, top of the key, circling to the left side. Gets it in the corner to Campton. Campton fires it out top. Travis Niemerg, long two, got it. Travis Niemerg with his fourth point makes it 36-14. 4.5 minutes to play in the third.
First points for the Maroons in the quarter.
Ballinger, top of the key, looking, goes to Warner, now on the side to Overbeck, drives the baseline, leans in, flips the shot up, and somehow Joshua got it to go.
That little top heavy, and still got it up over the rim.
So it's 36-16, a 20-point ball game. Dietrich with the ball and the lead here in the third quarter. About halfway through it as Feldick holds it out top to Campton, left side. Campton looking inside, nothing doing, finds Radloff. Now they get it to Feldick. Wanted to go inside to Travis Niemerg, who finally corrals it. Now shuffles it in the lane to Harmon. Little jumper in the paint. Good.
That was not the offense Jeff Stacer drew up, but it worked.
But it was effective. Back to a 22-point lead as Warner has it on the left side. Goes baseline, puts up a little 10-footer. No good. Kramer an offensive rebound, and as he goes up, he's fouled. Isaac Kramer will head to the line for a couple.
Mike Krager on the call says 3-4. 35. Callaway Campton's first foul, first on Dietrich in the half. They've only been called for 5 fouls in the game.
Free throw up, around and out. No good for Kramer.
I should also hasten to say, though, Windsor Stu Straws' Matt's only been called for 6.
Yeah. Callaway Campton comes back out of the Dietrich lineup. Lance Niemerg will replace him. So good to see him back out there. Apparently no worse for wear. Here's Kramer's free throw. This time is good. So Isaac's in the scoring column, and he'll head to the bench as Teddy Kessler replaces him. Meanwhile, Thad Howell, 6'2 senior, will come in for Noah Harmon in the Dietrich Moving Maroons. So in a 38-17 ball game, Dietrich brings it up court, leading this one over Windsor Stu Straws.
St. Anthony got the win in the first one.
Travis Niemerg steps inside the arc. Another long two is good for Travis. He has 6, and it's now a 40-17 ball game.
When he has time to make that, he's draining it.
Biggest lead of the night for the Moving Maroons. Now here's a jumper on the baseline. There is Chase Teese. They just dared him to shoot it, and he said, I will.
He's got a couple of buckets in the quarter.
40-19, 3:11 to play in the third. Dietrich works it to Thad Howell. He hands it off to Feldick, who had it batted loose, but it was right to Lance Niemerg. Over to Travis out on the left wing. He's holding high, now puts it on the floor with the right hand, gets into the lane, shot no good, but he's fouled. And Travis Niemerg will head to the line for a couple.
I like to see him do that, initiate some contact, initiate the offense. Didn't get the shot to go. Did draw the foul. At the line to shoot a couple here. Foul called on.
Free throw up and good for Niemerg.
Sorry, Teddy Kessler got the foul. Second foul on the Hatchets in the half, sorry.
Travis with 7 now in the ball game, and that one's off the mark. No good. Rebound, Ballinger. He hustles it up court, finds Warner on the wing, spins, shot blocked by Howell. Rebound still loose. Finally, Overbeck claims it. His shot is blocked again by Thad Howell. This rebound to Dieterich. They push it up court to Feldick. Layup good as he's fouled. Ballinger frustrated with himself, but he'll be called for the personal.
So Ballinger called for his second. Hatchets with 3 fouls this half.
He will come out of the lineup now, replaced by Nick Hutchinson for the Hatchets. Meanwhile, Nick Feldick with his 8th point, looking to make it 9 at the free throw line. This one's up. Good. Feldick with 9 makes it 44-19. A 25-point lead for Dieterich. Hutchinson works it in the corner to Warner. Warner looks at the elbow of the at the free throw lane. Jumper for Josh Overbeck is good. It rattled home for Overbeck. Makes it 44-21. 2:22 on the third quarter clock as Lance Niemerg backs it out, sets the offense against the Windsor Stu Straws man-to-man. They go high post to Travis Niemerg. Double team, has it stripped, taken away by Overbeck. Overbeck bringing it up court, takes it himself, layup, good.
6 in the quarter for Overbeck.
And nobody stopped him, so he figures I might as well just go right to the basket.
They've scored almost as many points this quarter as they did in the entire first half.
Minute 55 to play in the third as Dieterich's working it around the perimeter. Lance Feldick looks inside. There's Howell. Double team, still has it, forces up a shot, and as he does, he was fouled.
Good work. And first he held on, then he went up strong, drew the foul. Warner gets the foul on the block, his first. Hatchets have picked up 4 now in this half.
So Thad Howell, the 6'2 senior, looking to get in the scoring column from the free throw line, and he does. So he has his first point, pushes the Dieterich lead back up to 22, 45-23. Here comes Callaway Campton, returning to the lineup to give Travis Niemerg a breather.
And they're playing smart, Dieterich is, with his big lead, Matt. 5 fouls in the game. That's a great number.
Free throw up for Howell is good. So he hit them both. Makes it 46-23. Feldick is hassling Chase Thiessen backcourt. He's in the ball game, bringing it up court for the Comets. Looks to Warner. Nice look underneath the Kessler, and Teddy Kessler sticks it up and in. So it's 46-25, a 21-point game with a minute and a half to play in the third. Niemerg drives into the lane. Lance's shot is up, no good, but he's fouled. And Dieterich in this quarter has been very aggressive towards the hoop, and it's paid dividends.
Well, the threes weren't falling, so they're taking it to the rack now. And foul goes on Overbeck, his second. So now, all of a sudden, Hatchet's picking up a lot of fouls. That's 5 now, second on Overbeck.
Free throw on the way for Niemerg, off the mark, no good. It was a 2-shot foul. Some players weren't sure, so they went ahead and played it.
When in doubt, grab the rebound.
Harmon checks back into the ball game to replace Thad Howell for Dieterich.
Again, Dieterich playing without Trenton Poe, one of their starters, hurt his shoulder about a week ago, but they've appeared no worse for wear.
That free throw for Lance Niemerg rattled out, no good. Rebound taken down by Windsor Stu Straws. Pass out top, picked off. Feldick with the steal. Tries for the layup, and he got it. Feldick in double figures with 11. Makes it 48-25. Windsor Stu Straws across the timeline to Hutchinson. They get it back to Teese. Teese looks at the high post. There is Overbeck, who dumps it inside to Kessler. Shot blocked by Harmon, and Harmon takes it out of the air. Hands it off to Lance Niemerg. Ahead to Radloff. Ryan Radloff stops and pops. 10-footer, no good. Body's flying in the lane. And apparently we've got another Windsor Stu Straws personal.
Picked up a bunch of them. Kessler again. Teddy's second. That's 6 now. So the next one will put Dieterich in the bonus.
Isaac Kramer and Mitchell Haddock back in the ball game to replace Ted Kessler and Nick Hutchinson for the Windsor Stew-Straws Hatchets. Inbounds for Dieterich from under their basket. Goes back to Lance Niemerg in the corner. He runs it all the way out top to the top of the key where he hands it to Radloff. Radloff still on the dribble. Now hands it off in the center circle to Niemerg. They go to the side to Campton. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound. Nick Feldick got in there and grabbed it, and then he was fouled from behind, I do believe.
Kramer cuts the worst end of it. He gets on the floor, and he also gets the foul. That's 3 on him, and that's enough to put Dieterich in the 1-and-1 the rest of the show.
Wow.
And Dieterich just 1 foul in the second half.
31.7 seconds to play in the third quarter as Feldick takes his time, puts the first of the 1-and-1 up, and it's around and out, no good. Mitchell Haddock snags the rebound for the Hatchets. Hands it off to Teese. Chase Teese back to Haddock on the left side. They're way out top, though. Over to Teese again on the right wing. He tried to get it to Warner, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Windsor Stew-Straws along the sideline.
Ballinger back for the Hatchets. They sit down Chase Teese, and Dieterich a change as well.
Yep, Charlie Taylor in the ball game, 5'9" junior. Replaced Radloff, I believe. Haddock to Ballinger out top. Ballinger back over to Haddock. He's on the left wing. Now gets it down to the baseline. Double teamed is Josh Overbeck. Needs some help. Tries to fire it out fast. Stop, and there was no time for that as the third quarter comes to a close. After 3, it's Dieterich 48 and Windsor Stew-Straws 25. You're listening to high school basketball on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Culver's of Effingham supports all local athletes. Stop in uniform after the games at the NTC tournament for a free 1-scoop sundae.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
The area's #1 website for local news, sports, weather, and more, 979xfm.com.
Need a few more buzzers. All right, third quarter stats. Windsor Stew-Straws 6 out of 10, 60%. 1 for 2 from the line, 5 turnovers. They've turned it over 18 times. 6 rebounds, didn't shoot a 3. Dieterich 5 out of 12. 0 for 2 on threes. They were just 4 of 8 from the line. Only 2 turnovers, though they only have 6 turnovers in the game, and they only had 3 rebounds. That's because Windsor Stew-Straws didn't miss any shots.
Dieterich has the ball to start the fourth quarter. Lance Niemerg circles it underneath, finds Callaway Campton in the corner for 3. Shot no good. Rebound inside Charlie Taylor. His putback is missed because he's fouled. And Charlie Taylor gets a nice hand from the crowd as he got that rebound and earns a trip to the free throw line.
And Coach Stacer up applauding that, too. That's nice to make the coach happy. Foul is on
22.
Haddock. Just taking the time, make sure I get it right. His second. They're over the limit already.
So the first of 2 is no good for Taylor. Kessler back into the ball game. Haddock has a seat for Windsor Stew-Straws.
Hatchets at least got more points the third quarter than they did in the first half. 13 points third quarter.
That free throw off the mark for Taylor as well. Rebound taken down by Kessler, and Ballinger will bring it up court. Ballinger surveying this zone defense. It's a 3-2. 3-2 across the top. He's out there with Warner playing catch. Now Ballinger penetrates, leaves it with Kessler, who steps to the baseline. Shot fake, shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Niemerg, and he's fouled by either Kessler or Kramer.
And we'll know in just a moment. That's on 44. 4 on each end. Ted Kessler's third. Still just 1-1.
Should have known Kessler was the one who shot it, so he was the one who would get called for the foul, trying to get it back.
There you go. It's the old thing. Miss a shot, follow up, try to get the rebound. Add $1 for every time that's happened. I'd still be here.
Free throw on the way is good for Travis Nieberg, so he hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Gives him his 8th point in the ball game and makes it 49-25. Got a new player in for Dieterich. Looks to be Broxton Overton, a 6'7" junior. This free throw off the mark, no good. Ballinger grabs the rebound, pushes it ahead to Warner. Loads up a 3, line drive, shot is short. Rebound taken down by Lance Niemerg. He'll bring it up court himself. Now fires it ahead to Feldick, who fakes the 3, now takes the 3 once the defender flies by. His shot no good. Rebound Overbeck. It's knocked loose. Last touch, though, by Dieterich and Lance Niemerg.
Overbeck will inbound.
Right at the timeline with a minute gone in the fourth quarter in this 24-point ball game, 49-25. Dieterich leading. Windsor's Two Straws has the ball. Ballinger says someone's got to get up here. Now he puts the play in motion, finds Warner on the wing, shot fake, double team, needs help. Looking, finds Kessler at the free throw line. He puts up a shot and it's blocked by Niemerg, but a whistle and a foul.
Travis thought, oh man, that's clean. Mark Blickensderfer does not agree, though. Travis Niemerg's first foul, second foul on Dieterich in the half. Still just their 6th in the ball game. Wow. That's clean, man.
Yeah. 6:41 to play in the contest. The Kessler's first of 2 is up and good.
See, that's not giving that team that's behind an opportunity to score on you with the clock stopped. And, you know, you think about that in a 6-point game, but why not think about it in a 16-point game?
Here's the next one from Kessler. It's up and it's good. So Ted Kessler takes over the top scoring honors so far on the night for Windsor's Two Straws. He has 7 in the ball game. Makes it 49-27. Travis Niemerg with it on the right side. Out top to Overton. They hand it off to Charlie Taylor.
By the way, Overton's 6'7". Yeah, they just keep coming.
They go to Lance Niemerg. Inside to Overton. Ball knocked away by Kramer, and he gets the steal. Pass ahead to Overbeck. Overbeck in the corner to Ballinger. Ballinger splits the double team, drives in the lane, hands it over to Kramer. Leans in, shot is up and good as he's fouled. Isaac Kramer will head to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Rare foul on Dieterich. I think I heard Broxton Overton's name. Charlie says yes. His first, 3 on Dieterich in the half. Foul shots off.
Rebound Overton. Overton clears it out to Niemerg. Niemerg pushing it up the right side. Or make that rather Feldick. They get it inside to Travis Niemerg. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound taken down by Kessler. And there's a foul on Travis Niemerg. That's one of those 94-footers.
Yep. His second foul. All of a sudden, Dieterich's picked up a couple. That's still just 4 in the half. Common foul.
So, Windsor's Two Straws will run it up court as Overton comes out and Tyler Higgs replaces him. 6 minutes to play in this one. Dieterich's going to move into the championship game, or semifinals of the championship bracket to take on St. Anthony. Here's the out top. Warner squares up for 3. Shot no good. Another rebound for Lance Niemerg. He'll bring it up court, and as he does, it gets to the timeline. He's bumped, and it'll be free throws again for Dieterich.
Fouls on number 5. Chandler Ballinger picks up his 3rd foul. 1 more, and they'll be in double bonus.
So, actually, they are signaling 2. I thought. And they've got the subs waiting over there. It doesn't matter, I guess. Free throw is up and good for Niemerg. That's his 18th point of the ball game. Chase Teese returns for Windsor's Two Straws.
And Travis Niemerg sat down there for Dieterich.
Yep, they've got new men in as well. Wyatt Abbott, a 5'10 senior, number 3, making his first appearance. Meanwhile, Niemerg hit them both. Lance has 19, and it's 51-29.
And to give you an idea about how effective he was in the first half, those are his first 2 points in the second half, those 2 foul shots. It's 17 in the first half.
Windsor's Two Straws gets it gets it underneath. Now they fire it back out top to Teese, over to Warner. Warner to Teese, back to Warner. Here's a 3 up and good. Christian Warner with his 9th point of the ball game makes it 51-32.
First points in the half for Warner. He just had a rough night shooting the basketball.
On the side, it's Wyatt Abbott for Dieterich. They find Higgs out top. Tyler Higgs looks around. Now they go to Feldick. 3 on the way. Good.
Wow, no doubt about whether he was behind the line.
Nick Feldick with 14 makes it 54-32. Windsor Stu Straws working it around the perimeter. Chase Teese gets it to Josh Overbeck. Corner to Kessler. Kessler on the dribble. Now looks out top. 3 on the way for Teese. Around and no good. Rebound snagged out of there by Higgs. Tyler Higgs outlet to Feldick. Ahead they go. Shot for Abbott is good, but wave it off. They say he traveled. So, turnover. Dieterich's second this quarter gives it back to Windsor Stu Straws, who makes some substitutions. As Overbeck has a seat, as does Kessler and Warner. Christian Kessler comes into the ball game. Ballinger's back, and Nick Hutchinson is back.
Still just 8 turnovers in the game for Dieterich. That's a heck of a number.
Ballinger works to the free throw line. Pass is tipped and finally pulled out of the air by Feldick. So another steal. Windsor Stu Straws' first turnover, though, in the fourth quarter. Here's Dieterich across the timeline. They've got it with Abbott. He looks on the side for Lance Niemerg. Now to the cutter. That's Feldick in the lane. He lost the handle. Eventually, we've got a jump ball whistled, and they're still tangled up. Feldick and Kessler. That's Christian Kessler. And the jump ball will give it to Windsor Stu Straws.
They could have called a foul, but why? That was a good job.
Noah Harmon will check out, and returning is Broxton Overton. So 6'7" senior replaced by 6'7" junior.
Rich get richer.
4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 54-32 the score as Chase Teese gets it across the timeline to Hutchison. Hutchison works it to the top of the key. Now to Teese in the corner to Ballinger. Ballinger skip pass over to Hutchison. He steps to the top of the arc again. Now to Teese over to Ballinger in the right corner. Puts it on the floor, double team. He gets it out of trouble to Teese, over to Hutchison rather. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound loose, and it's tipped out top to Lance Niemerg. He takes it on the run, drives for the layup, and he got it to go. Niemerg with 21 makes it 56-32. Ballinger hustling it up court, got it across the timeline, knocked loose, but he recovers. They go to Christian Kessler. Quick move on the baseline. Shot no good. Rebound Kramer. But as he grabbed the rebound, he fell down because he was pushed on the play. And it'll be Windsor Stu Straws' ball. And they'll say he was shooting.
He did. He threw it up toward the basket. As he was falling to the ground, he got it close enough, and they drew the foul. Yeah, I agree with that.
So Isaac Kramer at the line for 2.
Feldick's second foul. Dieterich still just 5.5.
3:14 to play here in the fourth quarter. Free throw for Kramer is good. So he has his 4th point in the ball game. Lance Niemerg and Nick Feldick will now check out. Returning is Charlie Paley for Dieterich. And Bryce McLean will make his first appearance, 5'8" sophomore.
Ballinger and Hutchinson check out for Windsor Stu Straws.
Trevor Quast, the 5'8.5" sophomore, is in there.
Chase Teese is back.
Thank you. Meanwhile, while you handle all that, Isaac Kramer says, I'll handle the free throw. He hits the second one as well. He has 5 in the ball game, makes it 56-34 with 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Dieterich works it inside to Higgs. Back out top to Charlie Taylor. He sends it over on the side to Abbott. His crowd encouraged him to shoot it. Abbott applied, and the 3 rattled out, no good. Rebound taken down by Kramer. Outlet ahead to Teese, who tried to get it back to Christian Kessler. He caught it, but couldn't get the break set in time as he drug the pivot foot. But it's just Windsor Stu Straws' second turnover here in the fourth quarter.
Well, they'd had a bunch of trouble in the first 3 periods, but they reined it in here as far as turnovers in the fourth quarter.
The Dieterich's working it around the perimeter. Now they get it inside the lane. A 3 back out top for 3, and it's good.
Well, that's why they wanted Abbott to shoot.
Wyatt buries it from the top of the key, makes it 59-34. Here's the Hatchets down in the corner to Christian Kessler. He'll drive the baseline. Reverse layups, no good because he's fouled. Christian Kessler goes to the line for a couple.
I think he got by Higgs. Yep, Higgs' first foul.
So Christian Kessler at the line for a couple. First one's up. No good.
Both teams are in the bonus, by the way, now.
Keith will check out of the ball game, and he's replaced by Blake Nichols. So he'll make his first appearance. I don't know, maybe we did, but Gavin Bennett is also in the ball game wearing number 3.
We did not.
So we need to make sure we get him in there. Kessler's first free throw no good, the second one no good. Rebound taken down by Higgs. Outlet to Charlie Taylor, who brings it up court. They get it on the side to Abbott. Now they swing it back out to Blake Nichols. Nichols over to Higgs. He's on the left wing. Looks to Taylor, top of the key. His pass is batted away, and it's last touched by Nichols, they say. It'll go to the Hatchets.
Well, Dieterich led at 15-4 after the first quarter, and they pretty much put it in the books from then, so they'll be in the championship game on Friday night against St. Anthony. I'm guessing we'll have a crowd.
Yeah, that semifinal should be a lot of fun Friday night. Pass out top, tipped away, goes in the backcourt, and good hustle by Wyatt Abbott to get the steal for Dieterich. Windsor Stu Strauss' third turnover as Dieterich working it around the perimeter with Taylor. They've got it now out top to Nichols. Nichols over to Overton, who's out top. Now to Higgs on the side. Thinking about a three was Nichols. Thought better of it. Got it back out top. Now they're looking inside. Overton has it knocked loose. Kessler with the steal. Christian driving for the layup, and he got it. Christian Kessler with his first bucket after the third turnover of the quarter for Dieterich. Meanwhile, the Moving Maroons run it up court. They've got it with Wyatt Abbott. Abbott on the side to Bryce McLean. He'll drive baseline. Cut off. Nothing doing. Out to Charlie Taylor. With a minute to play, wanted to shoot it, but didn't think, better not. They go over on the side to Overton. Broxton Overton to Higgs. Now out to Taylor. Taylor puts it on the floor on the left wing. Now has picked up his dribble, needs some help. Popping to the corner is McLean. McLean will run into the lane. Flips up a shot. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Isaac Kramer. Outlet ahead to Bennett. They push it up the court to the Hatchets to Quas. Back to Kramer. Runner on the baseline. No good. Overton with the rebound, and he is hit as he tries to make a pass. And with 35.2 seconds left, we'll walk the Dieterichs in for some free throws.
Isaac Kramer just picked up his fourth foul. Charlie says 3. Greg says 4. That means Charlie wins.
With 35.2 seconds left, hopefully it doesn't become too much of a concern.
Hopefully one of those moot points.
Meanwhile, at the free throw line, it's Overton. His first one's off the mark, no good. But it's double bonus. So the 6'7 junior will take a few dribbles and put this one up. And, off the back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Higgs, though, right back to Overton, whose shot is no good. And guess what? Kramer got the foul.
Good thing I was wrong. That's 4. He gets to stay.
Oh, nope, you were right.
See? Aha! So it was 5 fouls. I didn't think I was dreaming.
So Chase Teeth will jump off the bench to replace Isaac Kramer, who checks out with 5 points in the ball game. Meanwhile, Broxton Overton returns to the line for a couple more opportunities. This one's up. Around and out, no good. 59-36 the score. Dieterich going to move into the semifinals against St. Anthony. Windsor Stu Strauss will take on Beecher City Cowden Herrick in the consolation semifinals. That free throw, no good. Rebound taken down by the Hatchets as they bring it up court. They get it to Bennett. Back out to Quas. Back to Bennett in the left corner. Over to Quas on the wing. He fires a pass way too tall for Blake Nichols, who grabbed that rebound on the other end, by the way. And it sails out of bounds for the Windsor Stu Strauss' 4th turnover of the quarter, I believe, 5th. With 15 seconds to play. Dieterich gets it across the timeline. McLean leaves it with Abbott. Abbott circles it out top.
Here
5,
comes the buzzer.
4. Taylor's just going to hold it as they pass it to him. And the game comes to a close. An impressive win for the Dieterich Moving Maroons as they take the victory 59-36 over the Windsor Stu Strauss Comets here at the 81st Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. We'll take a break, come back with the post-game show. We'll chat with the coaches, go over grade stats, and get you more post-game information here on 97.9 XFM.
Service Lincoln is providing greater access to care with 5 new family medicine doctors in the community and 2 walk-in clinics in Mattoon and Charleston to take care of your urgent medical needs when your doctor's not available.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today. Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive. When it comes to diabetic testing supplies. That's why all of us here at Brown's Drug in Effingham have been well trained to assist Medicare patients with diabetic testing supplies, including the major brands of test strips that Medicare covers. Come to Brown's Drug, where we provide hometown personal service for diabetic testing supplies and all the assistance you need for Medicare billings. Brown's Drug in downtown Effingham, your diabetic testing supplies headquarters.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois postgame show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 90 years.
Welcome back to the 81st Annual National Trail Conference Tournament, where we are through the quarterfinal games, and the seeds pretty much held true, as it turned out, with one small exception. South Central is the 5 seed, defeated St. Elmo Brownstown as the 4 seed in the second game last night. So here's how the bracket shapes up for the rest of the week. Tomorrow night's games in the opener will be Neoga taking on St. Elmo Brownstown to see who moves into the consolation championship game. The loser of that will move into the 7th and 8th place game on Saturday morning at 11:30. Then in the nightcap tomorrow night, it'll be Altamont and South Central. The winner moves into the championship contest on Saturday night. The loser moves into the 3rd place game late Saturday afternoon. Then on Friday evening, it'll open up at 6:15 with Beecher City Cowden Herrick taking on Windsor Stew Straws to see who advances to the consolation championship. Meanwhile, later on that evening, St. Anthony and Dieterich will square off in what should be another outstanding matchup here at the NTC tournament to see who moves into the championship game against either Altamont or South Central, with the loser heading into the 3rd place contest on Saturday afternoon. Tonight's second game saw Dieterich come out and get an opening lead early and just kind of expand that up to about 25 points. That was their largest lead of the night. They wound up getting the victory 59-36. Dieterich had quarters of 15, 19, 14, and 11 for their total of 59, while Windsor Stew Straws had quarters of 4, 8, 13, and 11 for their total of 36. Scoring-wise, Lance Niemerg led all scorers tonight with 21 points. Nick Feldick chipped in with 14. Travis Niemerg for Dieterich finished with 8. 6 points for Noah Harmon. 3 points apiece for Wyatt Abbott and Ryan Radloff. And 2 points for Thad Howell and 2 points for Callaway Campton tonight for Jeff Stacer's Dieterich Moving Maroons. For the Windsor Stew Straws Hatchets, Tristan Warner led their scoring with 9. 7 points from Teddy Kessler, 6 from Josh Overbeck, 5 from Isaac Kramer, 4 points from Chase Teese. Nick Hutchinson added 3 points, and Christian Kessler finished with 2 points for the Hatchets tonight. So that's a look at the individual scoring. We'll have some more stats from Greg and chat with the coaches after the break You're listening to the 81st Annual National Trail Conference Tournament, where Dieterich just got the win over Windsor Stew Straws, 59-36. And you heard it here on 97.9 XFM.
Russ Broniker, Cadillac, Buick GMC, located on South Route 45 in Effingham. Proud supporters of local sports and this week's NTC tournament.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
Dieterich Bank would like to be the sixth man on your team at tournament time. They'll back you up with game-winning shots, and you'll be in the bonus time after time. Dieterich Bank. Live for today, bank for tomorrow.
Nieberge Furniture, located at 500 West Fayette Avenue in Effingham. Locally owned and operated since 1978 and proud sponsors of the NTC tournament.
Good luck to the coaches and players during the tourney. From Jeff Spear at RE/MAX Key Advantage. Outstanding agents, outstanding results. Jeff Spear at RE/MAX Key Advantage, 601 West Fayette in Effingham.
Thanks for watching the 81st Annual NTC tournament exclusively on 97.9 XFM.
All right, we're back at Altamont High School at the NTC tournament. Dieterich coach Jeff Stacer joins us on the postgame visit. You know, you get out to a 15-4 first quarter lead, the good things happen.
They do. I mean, I was really proud of the boys to be focused like they were and get the things accomplished we got on the defensive end was pretty special, in that first quarter.
And you went on from there, 19-8 second quarter, and Windsor Stew Straws got the lid off a little in the second half, but you maintained a pretty consistent 15-18 and eventually better than 20-point lead, and that's what you like to do. You get ahead, and then you want to make it bigger, don't you?
Yeah, you'd love to. But, again, in the first half, a great execution. I couldn't be more proud of the kids, the way they handled the defensive end in the first half. Second half, we didn't come out and put the pressure on. Maybe we got a little lax, didn't probably execute on the offensive end like I would like, but, that we got things to work on. We always do, but much, much better when we come out and play with the energy we did tonight.
Yeah, and I was very impressed. I had you for single-digit turnovers tonight.
Once again, things that we keep working on and stressing, and the kids are, you put them in this line drill, and you got kids just hacking on their arms right and left, and we're trying to build some strength in there, but they hopefully it starts to shine through on the floor.
I like the way that you lose a kid as effective as Trenton Poe is, and as big a part of your offense and big a part of your lineup is, and your team responded well.
Yeah, I mean Trenton, he's got a lot of tools. He's a strong kid. He can shoot the basketball really, really well, and we miss him, unfortunately. But, it's one of those things that we've got kids stepping up. Callaway Campton, obviously, he's got all the tools. He's a great quality sophomore. Him and Ryan Radloff. Ryan stepped in and hit one tonight, I think, early after Callaway wasn't on the mark for a while. Callaway, keep shooting. At halftime, I said, you're one away from a streak. It'll go. And he's got that, scorer's mentality. So he's going to be a special player for Dieterich over the next couple of years. So those guys stepping up for Trenton is a big, big plus.
Tyler Higgs was a big help, too. He hit the boards hard for you.
Yeah. I told him, I sent him in there, and I said, if you don't get the ball, if I see you miss a rebound, you are coming out, So, boy, they were going for it. Tyler and Brian action in Overton. So it was nice to see that they can play with some intensity, because they don't, in practice we get a little mundane from time to time. They got to face the big guys, and it's probably not as tough as we'd like. So they went out tonight. I was really impressed with their intensity.
Travis Niemerg just gets beat on and beat on and beat on, and he just keeps coming back for more.
Well, I pulled him out tonight because he was getting frustrated. I said, I don't need you swinging at somebody and then having to set out the next game. But, the Kramer kid, I know a couple times just pulled on him, and I told the referee, I said, how many does he have? He's got 3. I said, well, 2 more on the next time down. I think he'll get 2 on the next trip. And the guy, he starts laughing. He goes, we'll look for it. So, 2 plays later, I think we got one. So we'll see. But,
gosh.
Yeah.
We talk about Lance Niemerg a lot in the shootout for different reasons. Happy reasons tonight. He just played really well.
Oh, yeah. He's one of those kids you just love to be around, love to coach. Obviously it's been a tough season, in January for him. And, my heart goes out to his family and everything like that. And, they're just, they're great people. And Lance is one of those special kids that you just wish would come along every single year. Yeah. Yes, he's a great kid.
Absolutely. Nick Feldick, you've had such a run of players who help you out front, get the 900-foot jump shot, and it's Nick's turn this year.
Yep. Yeah, Nick's the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. We got to have one every year. That's what we got to have one. So whoever it's going to be, but it's Nick. And, I love it. It's a compliment to Nick and how his game has improved over the last 3 years, to be able to come out in the first possession, know that they're going boxing one on him. That's a compliment to a player to come right on, and they know what they got to do to stop us and try to slow us down.
And it looks like Noah Harmon's got the memo. He played very effectively tonight.
We've been, Noah has, he as a sophomore really brought a lot of energy to the floor. He went to St. Elmo in a sophomore tournament and just had I think he was spectacular. He was on, blocking. He was 10 and 10. He was double every night. Mm-hmm. And in his junior year, to the start of his junior year, he dislocated his kneecap. And so I don't know how much of that mental scar is up there, but if we can break him through like we did tonight a little bit, he brings exactly what we need, that other person who can get on the board and get us 5 to 10, every night. So, and then you look at Thad Howe, and Thad is just, a wall of energy. You just say, Thad, this is what I need you to do, and I don't care how long you're in the game, and he's in there going out. He got 2 blocks on one trip down to Florida tonight.
That's right.
The kids on the bench are going, yeah, Thad, way to go.
You like that?
I love it. I love it. Love the kid like that who has been out all 4 years, has progressed like he has, and making contributions on the floor at this stage of his senior year is pretty special.
I know you still have some business to take care of this week, but this tournament's been good for Dieterich.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's been a special, 4 or 5 years here for Dieterich, and we'd like to continue. I'm sure that St. Anthony and Altamont want to have a say in that as well as South Central. So we'll see. But, if we come tonight with the energy we brought in the first half and we can put together collectively 32 minutes, it'll be nice to see what can happen Friday night for us.
I think we'll have a crowd.
I think we will. I think Dieterich, St. Anthony, and everything that's happened over the last 3 or 4 years, I think it'll be a special game. I'm hoping for that. So,
Jeff, always a pleasure.
Hey, thank you, Craig. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the visit. Dieterich coach Jeff Stacer. Appreciate him joining us on the post-game show. Dieterich a winner tonight, and I see Cody McCullum in the wings. He's going to come join us for a post-game visit as well. It's one of my favorite parts of the tournament is getting to visit with the coaches. Sometimes it's good news, sometimes it's tough news, and this might fall in the tough news category tonight.
Oh, it definitely was. I felt that when we came out, we didn't just play with any sense of urgency. Leadership wasn't there tonight, and the last few weeks that we had, I thought, got away a lot from what got us to where we were in the year. The small things, boxing out. We talked about turnovers this week against the 3-2. We knew they were going to come out in it. We talked about ball fakes, shot fakes. They had numerous times they blocked our shot where I felt that if we just ball faked once, we get them up, we could go around. All these things we talked about, but it didn't translate to the game, and ultimately we got the loss because of it.
Yeah, got behind early, and boy, when you're playing catch-up almost right out of the gate, that's tough.
It is, and that was one of the main points I had right before we went out on the court. I said, Dieterich's a first-quarter team. It's hard to get back in a game as tough as Dieterich is, and you can't get down to a good team that big anyway. So that was something that we lacked. I feel that has been a weakness for us of lately. We did the same thing early in the season. We got better at it. Now we're going backwards almost. So hopefully we can turn it around come Friday at Beach City. Be a good team for us. Cowden Herrick will be a good team for us. So if we get back to how we can play basketball, we'll be fine.
Picking out people over the course of the night, I liked Isaac Kramer's attitude. He came in there in the second half, gave you some good minutes.
He really did, and I thought he played with a lot of heart. And I thought when other things were going wrong, at least Isaac was playing hard for us, battled down low. Some things that maybe aren't seen maybe in the scorebook, but big rebounds, huge box outs, being in the right position, all the small things that we talk about during practice that translated into the game, and I thought he played a very nice ball game for us.
Yep. Turnovers really were a problem, and that helped put you behind the eight ball, but got to get the ball in the hole, and boy, that's a tough way to go.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think we're around 20-some turnovers. Yeah. We can't beat anyone with that many turnovers, and I told the boys that. And we struggled to put the ball in the hole, like you said. We didn't attack the rim. We played out on the perimeter. Getting it to the corner, we didn't ball fake to get the ball inside, and when we did, we made bad decisions. There was too many bad decisions throughout the game that led to us turning the ball over and easy transition points for them.
At a certain point, though, you've got to let the kids rise or fall because you can't go out there and play anymore.
Exactly. And I was trying to find some kind of spark off the bench. I tried different lineups, and it just didn't seem like whatever lineup we had in, it wasn't enough to get over that hump to get us back in that 15 or 14 point deficit range. We just didn't have any spark from. I didn't really feel like anyone off the bench. It was just one of those nights where the sense of urgency wasn't there for us.
Yep. Nice thing is you've got a couple of more games to get things working.
You're right, and that's the exciting thing about the NTC. You can take loss or you can take a win, and you're right back in it again.
So Friday night, we'll see what happens. Best of success to you. Thanks for the visit, too, Cody.
I appreciate it.
You bet. Cody McCullum, coach of the Windsor Stew Straws Hatchets. Again, our final score in this one, Dieterich 59, Windsor Stew Straws 36. Brian, let's take our last break, and then I'll come back, run through the stats. We'll give you a chance to run through any scores. So that's all on the way here from the National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont on 97.9 XFM.
Hey, Jessica. Yeah, Julie? Have you seen that we still have lemon ice available here at Culver's in Effingham? Lemon ice? You mean we didn't need to order any on truck? No, and now we need to make room here at Culver's for our new pepper grinder pub burger and sweet potato fries.
What if we rate it as a special? A short lemon ice cooler for $1? We could even let guests add a fruit topping.
I like it. Do you think we should ask Chris?
No, this is a great idea. A short lemon ice cooler for $1 for a limited time?
You know what, Jessica? We come up with some pretty great ideas.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today. Let our experienced employees at Ride Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Ride's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Service Lincoln is providing greater access to care with 5 new family medicine doctors in the community and 2 walk-in clinics in Mattoon and Charleston to take care of your urgent medical needs when your doctor's not available.
Your home for the 81st Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Back at Altamont, let's wrap it up here with some stats on this one. Dieterich shot 20 of 53 from the field, 38%, 7 of 21 on their threes. Had a rough time at the line tonight, 10 out of 21. Don't know what was going on there. 7 out of 18 in the second half. They were 3 for 3 in the first half, 7 out of 18 second half, 10 of 21, 48%. But really good job handling the basketball. Dieterich just 9 turnovers tonight. 28 rebounds, 13 the second half, and again 7 of 21 on threes. It's 33%. That's not so bad. Windsor Stew Straws 35% from the field tonight, 14 out of 40, and much better in the second half. They were 5 of 20 in the first half, 9 for 20 in the second half, 45%. 14 of 40 on the night, 35%. They also had a tough time at the line, 6 out of 11. So I don't know whether it was something in the water or what, but neither team shot the ball well from the line. 22 turnovers, real problem for the Hatchets, 9 the second half. They did hang in with Dieterich on the boards. They had 27 rebounds, so Dieterich just a 28-27 edge. Windsor Stew Straws 2 out of 14 on threes. Here's how it breaks down individually. for Windsor Stu Straws, Tristan Warner was 4 for 14 from the field. He had a 3, finished with 9 points, had 4 rebounds. Josh Overbeck, 3 for 7 from the field, had 6 points and a board. Mitchell Haddock had a couple of misses, but grabbed 3 rebounds. Chandler Ballinger, no shots. He had 5 rebounds. Teddy Kessler was 2 for 5 from the field and 3 for 4 from the line, so he finishes with 7 points, and he had 5 rebounds. Nick Hutchinson made a 3 in 3 tries and 4 tries from the field, so he had 3 points and a rebound. Isaac Kramer, good second half, 1 for 3 from the field, 3 for 5 from the line, had 5 rebounds and 5 points. That's all in the second half. Christian Kessler, 1 for 2 from the field, 0 for 2 from the line, couple of rebounds to go with a couple of points. And Chase Teese hit a couple of buckets and 3 tries for his 4 points. 4, 8, 13, and 11. Windsor's Stu Straws is 36 points. They're even on the season at 9 and 9. For Dieterich tonight, Nick Feldick, 5 for 9 from the field, including 3 threes, so he was on it tonight. Finished with 14 points and also had 3 rebounds. Lance Niemerg finished 6 for 10 from the field, and that included 2 threes, and he was 5 for 7 from the line. He ended up with 21 points and 5 rebounds. Travis Niemerg finished 3 for 10 from the field for 6 points from the field, a couple of foul shots and 4 tries, so he had 8 points and 5 rebounds. Noah Harmon, 3 for 6 from the field for his 6 points, and he had 6 rebounds. Wyatt Abbott hit a 3 and 2 tries for his 3 points. Callaway Campton, 1 for 9 from the field for 2 points, did have 3 rebounds. Charlie Taylor missed a couple of foul shots, grabbed a rebound. Thad Howell made a couple of foul shots for his 2 points. Bryce McLean missed a bucket. Broxton Overton, 0 for 4 from the line, had a couple of rebounds, though. And Ryan Radloff made a 3 and 6 tries. He had 3 points, and Tyler Higgs grabbed 3 rebounds. Quarters for Dieterich, 15, 19, 14, and 11 for 59 points. Maroons a winner over Windsor Stu Straws, 59 to 36, your final score. Let's send it back to the sports desk. Brian, what do you have for us in the way of scores, sir?
Okay, we do have just a couple of scores tonight. In the Little Illini Conference Tournament, it was Olney defeating Paris 73 to 60. And at the same tournament, Red Hill defeated Newton 60 to 58. And one score in junior high's playoffs, actually their tournament tonight at the Class 4A Effingham Regional. It was Urbana over Charleston 53 to 34. And that's all the scores we've got on a Wednesday night.
Not too many games out there. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. Wayne says the pictures were pretty, and so that's good news, and thanks to everybody who watched and listened via online.
Yeah, I went over and chatted with Wayne for a second, and he wanted to send out a big thanks to Clayton Wolf and Wyatt Stone, who helped him out a lot tonight. Said they did a great job and just had a tremendous time working with those youngsters, as well as Austin, who chipped in again tonight.
Austin Moran, the producer. So we appreciate all those folks for their good work. Again, your finals tonight, a win tonight in the opener for St. Anthony as they got the victory over Beecher City Cowden Herrick 73-46. Nightcap went to Dieterich. They beat Windsor's Stu Straws 59-36. 2 more tomorrow night. Consolation bracket semifinal game at 6:15. Neoga plays St. Elmo Brownstown, and then it'll be followed by a championship semifinal game between Altamont and South Central. Hear them both or watch both right where you are. We'll be on the air right after 6 o'clock with the first game pregame show. For Wayne and friends, for Brian back at the studios, for Matt Robinson, I'm Greg Sapp. Good night, everybody.